What is up YouTube? It's Kingfisher745, and in this very video, I'm going to try to help you make a more informed decision on whether or not to buy the Blade of the Corruptor. The first thing you'll notice is this weapon is only 48 gold rather than 64, so I guess you could see that as a discount. That means that so far it does have one thing going for it. Then next you can see it's a single target attack that has Boon Buster, Exploit Protection, and it's stealthy. Boon Buster deals increased damage against targets with strengthened, fortified, focused, agile, shield, or regen effects. Now this will stack and it does an incredible amount of damage. But I do believe they either have or intend to nerf it. I have to admit the patch notes were kind of confusing, but it seemed like they were focusing on Boon Buster, not Finest Hour. Basically, I think it's pretty safe to say that the shield and regen part either was, is, or will be removed. Regardless, it's still going to do amazing damage. Just think of all the Neurotropes, Iron Fists, Heimdalls, etc., or even the Guardian team-ups. Remember, Star-Lord gives Rising Up, so does the Guardian Insignia, and even Baby Groot. So more often than not, you're going to be exploiting all those Rising Up buffs. Now I think the natural comparison for this weapon is the Hand of Apocalypse. The hand doesn't have Stealthy or Exploit Protection, but it does have Brutal Strike, Paragon Exploiter, and it puts off balance on the enemy. Overall, I do like the hand better, but if you don't have that weapon, this is a great alternative. Plus this does have one undeniable advantage, the fact that it is stealthy. This means that if there is a protector on the other team, you can completely avoid them, as well as avoid any counterattacks. However, if you did want to hit the protector, it does exploit that, so you will do more damage. All in all, I do think it's a pretty solid weapon, especially for 48 gold. If you don't already have the Hand of Apocalypse, I do recommend you get it. It's a good idea to have a nice weapon with Boon Buster, and you never know when it may really come in handy, especially in the PvP meta. In fact, it is pretty valuable right now, like I said, especially against those Guardian teams. What I'm going to do now is pick up this weapon, and then I will try it out in PvP combat. The only thing is, with beta, of course it's going to one-shot all the enemies. So I have to say that does make it pretty hard to gauge how good it is and how much damage it'll actually do in a regular tournament. But hey, as a stealthy attack with Boon Buster and Exploit Protection, I do imagine it will do quite a bit of damage, even under normal circumstances. And no, we're not going to equip it just yet, but we are going to take it into PvP. Oh, and also, don't worry if you buy it at level 300, it is a level 310, it doesn't go down to 60 or 70. And by that I mean until you take it into PvP, and then it is scaled down. Or at least it's supposed to be, but I don't know what's going on with the agent right now. Now the team that we're facing does have Deadpool, and I do wish this weapon had Brutal Strike. But at least it does have Stealthy, and that could come in handy. Then again, Iron Fist isn't letting anyone counterattack anyways. Speaking of Iron Fist, we're going to go ahead and use his Heart of Shao-Lao, and then prevent debuffs on all our teammates. This should definitely help us out against any of Deadpool's random procs. I don't know about you, but I really hate Buggy from lead hacking skills. And speak of the devil, there it goes. Next, the enemy agent is going to use Blackest Void, but luckily we do have the satellite support. When using a single target weapon like the Blade, you do have to worry about being disoriented. But of course the same thing goes for the Hand of Apocalypse as well. After using the first Sylvacnazak, we'll go ahead and attack with the Blade of the Corruptor on the enemy agent. Since our agent is superpowered right now during beta, it's going to one-shot KO her. So yes, like I said, it is very hard to judge, but having that Boon Buster and Stealthy does put your mind at ease. Now on Havoc's turn, I'm going to use Channel Energy, and then a Plasma Wave on the Merc with the mouth. This is going to do enough damage to KO him, but he has his E-ISO and comes back to life. I can't tell you how annoying that is, but at least that procced, and now it's out of the way. On our Heroic Age Iron Fist turn, I'm actually going to use our Healing Chi on Havoc. This should allow us to KO Deadpool with the Blade of the Corruptor, and then we'll be 2 for 2. So on my agent's turn, what I'm going to do is go ahead and use the second Sylvacnazak, and then we'll attack with the Blade of the Corruptor. I'm sure it will do plenty of damage, but I will tell you we do miss Brutal Strike. After attacking with the Blade, we're going to do enough damage. In fact, since he has a bunch of buffs, we're going to do nearly 34,000. But Deadpool does remain alive. Then the enemy Star-Lord does use Spray and Pray, which by the way grants Rising Up. So as you can see, even on one team there's multiple reasons to have a Boon Buster attack. And speaking of which, we're about to get a turn with our agent, so after using Momentary Advantage, I'll use the Blade of the Corruptor, and we easily KO Star-Lord. So that's going to bring us to the end of our look at the Blade of the Corruptor, and basically my final verdict is, if you don't already have a weapon with Boon Buster, then this is worth the 48 gold. On the other hand, if you do have the hand, and by that I mean the Hand of Apocalypse, then you're already set. So yes, that is going to be it for this one, but please stay tuned for the Daily Dose of Beta Day 4 video. Lastly, I want to thank you all for watching and ask you to please like, comment, and subscribe, and until next time, good luck and take care.